We begin in Brazil. The state-run energy giant Petrobras is about to take a leading role in developing the country's deep-sea oil reserves. Brazil's President Lula da Silva is proposing a new regulatory blueprint that aims to make Brazil one of the world's biggest energy players. Earlier, we spoke to our correspondent in Sao Paulo, Mark Burley. I asked him whether after Venezuela, Brazil was now taking the nationalist path in tightening its grip on oil.
Well, you could certainly say that there is a nationalist element in all this, but it has to be looked at more in terms of what President Lula is trying to do. He's very, very different to Chavez. He's not interested in nationalizing the country. What he's looking at doing is protecting this asset. It's the biggest oil find, presumably, offshore in 30 years in all of the Americas. And he wants to use the oil that's there for some big social programs that he's got planned. He wants to make sure that he maintains control of this oil.
Hi, Mark. It's Doug Herbert here in Paris. I have the magic question for you is how much oil are we talking about? We hear about billions of barrels in proven reserves. But really, what is the number there? What do the analysts say? And how is Brazil going to get at all this oil?
Well, exactly. That is the question. That's a very good question to ask. Petrobras has estimates ranging from anywhere from 12 billion barrels to 50 billion barrels. Now, at 12 billion, the lower end of the range, that would effectively just about double Brazil's proven reserves. At 50 billion, it would bring Brazil up to about the same level as OPEC member Nigeria. It's a very big range there. No one knows for sure. To get at it, this oil is situated, somewhere around 300 to 500 kilometers offshore, 7 kilometers down, and most problematic of all, it's underneath a layer of salt that keeps shifting. No one has brought out oil under these conditions before. If anybody can, Brazil is pretty well placed to, but it's going to demand billions, probably hundreds of billions of dollars of investment. Brazil doesn't have the money to do this alone. It needs foreign oil companies to kick in. The agreement today, the legal framework that they're looking at putting through Congress is to make sure that they maintain control of the oil while still encouraging the oil companies to come to the table with the money to get the oil out. The big question is, will this gamble work? Is it still attractive enough for oil companies at oil prices and at what the projected reserves are to pull out the oil there? They've got to bring a lot of money to the table.
That was Mark Burley reporting there earlier from Sao Paulo in Brazil.